So Rachel asks next, should one carb load before a long run or only on race days, as these are generally faster? So definitely practice in training runs. Okay, you don't want to be doing anything new on race day or even in the last couple of days before your race. So you need to know what works for you before you get to that final race week. And so you need to really start practicing now, because we're getting into those bigger long runs. And so as you build into those long runs, now's the time when you need to eat more fuel beforehand. So I would say at the moment, getting in maybe the 15, 16, 18 milers, things like that, you want to be having extra carbs the day before. Okay, now consume carbs. Don't think about eating them necessarily, it's consuming them. So you can drink your carbs, sports drinks, fruit juices, things like that. Add carbs to your daily allowance without really making you over full or bloated. The problem that we have sometimes is we try and force so much food down our neck the day before a long run that we end up on the morning feeling bloated. We can have stomach issues and things like that. It's also not about adding calories. Okay, so the day before, take out some of your fats, some of your proteins and things like that, and just have more carbs. If you do that, it means that you're not adding loads of calories, so therefore you're not going to gain weight. Although, you know, having extra calories around the long run is absolutely acceptable and good for you, because it means that you will recover quicker. But also don't cram everything into your evening meal before your long run in the morning, because again, that's going to sit in your stomach, not going to make you feel very comfortable. So I try to have a big breakfast the morning before a run. So if I'm running my long run on a Saturday, which I usually do, Friday I'll have a big breakfast. I'll have a few carb snacks during the day, a carby lunch. So I might have, say, an extra couple of rounds of toast or something like that. I might have 4 rounds of toast for lunch. I'll have a bigger bowl of porridge in the morning, so add loads of oats to it. In the evening, I'll have a normal sized evening meal, but I'll replace some of the protein and fats with just carbs. So I generally have sort of a bigger bowl of pasta, but no chicken or sausages or mince or anything like that with it. It will just be maybe pasta with a little bit of sauce, so that I'm keeping the calories the same but having the carbs. And then in the evening, I'll probably have a small snack, maybe a sports bar or something like that, and a sports drink. So that's adding carbs to my day without it overloading that evening. And that usually, I start to do that at sort of anything over maybe 2.25 hours, something like that. Maybe when you get to your last couple of bigger runs, maybe also have something the night before, the day before almost. So if you're doing your long run on a Saturday, carb load on the Friday, have a little bit extra for your evening meal on the Thursday. So you're just adding that little bit more in. But certainly start immediately, because we've got, 6 or 7 weeks of training left before the taper period. And you'll definitely notice a difference. Also make sure that you're also still taking your gels or your sports bars or whatever you take with you for the run itself, because once you're fully fueled beforehand, keeping yourself topped up, you'll notice a massive difference when you get to the end of that run.